All right, welcome back to another episode of Making Picks. My name is Nathan. I'm joined with my great, amazing co-hosts that are doing so much better than me right now in picking, Will and Mark. How's it going, guys?
Good man, no complaints, no complaints, man. Definitely was able to improve a little bit this week. Listen, not as good as
Bro,
my guy Mark, not as good as my guy
bro,
Mark, but
you
we're
guys
we're
just suck.
with. I
Fucking
mean, listen,
horrible.
I'm always a cup half full kind of guy, So,
Cup half
um,
full.
out of
I want to drop.
listen, a drop is better than being completely dry. So, we're
I
still
mean, I don't want to
optimistic.
pass the
We're
buck and
still.
start pointing blame, but I'm going to start passing the buck and pointing blame.
I hear you, man. Listen, accountability is a big thing, so I'm
That's
all for it,
correct.
though, man. So go ahead, Mark. Listen, go ahead, man. Toot your own horn, man.
Oh,
Let
you know he
everybody know
will.
how you did, and I'll just be over here on mute.
Well, I mean, to my home horn is one thing over here, but we're also kind of competing as a team, and I don't like kind of seeing. I mean, third, fourth place. I'll get it. I was always like a C plus student in high school and things like that. Here, I'll celebrate like the B's with second and third place. But once we're in finishing in 23 points, bottom of the barrel. The 30th kind of like percentile and things like that. I'm not sure about you guys here, but if I bought a math test on and it's like a 30 on it, I'm gonna have a conversation with somebody. And I feel like the same situation is applying here. I think
Yeah.
I'm going to have to pull a couple people aside and have conversations with them because I know what you guys are doing during the week. I mean, do you read freaking articles or watch Sports Center? You got to be doing something. You
This
guys,
is.
We're like the New York Giants of picking right
Whoa,
now.
whoa, whoa! Again, these blows that are coming below the belt. I don't understand. We got our first one of the season. It was away at the
no, we did good.
Superdome.
The first week we came in first. We're kind of I thought we were off to the races and doing good here, but I mean,
It's
let's
a
just
marathon, Mark. It's a
take a
marathon.
look over here. I mean, let's see here. I mean, look, I'm not gonna take a victory lap of it yet. However, with that said, here I did finish 5-1 for the week, a total of 16-8 for the year. Will 2 for 4. Currently now sitting at 9 wins, 15 losses.
Keeping
Um,
up. We're keeping up.
I mean, Nathan caught like a little bit of a break because Gronkowski didn't wind up playing. So if you take a look, the just overall rules of statement games when things like that happen, we just go ahead and void the pick. Um, but 1 up, 4 down for a total of
Yeah.
10 for 12. So that's kind of like what we're looking at. So one of us is doing extremely well. The other two have some work to do. Let's just leave it at that.
This is
I like it.
accurate. Yep. We
I
gotta we
like
gotta
it.
up our game, Will. We're falling
Listen.
behind a Mark.
I'm all for tough love, man. So I'm definitely accepting the challenge, and I'm looking to turn things around starting right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
there
hope
it
so.
is. All right, so this week we're going to go through the prop bets for the pick'em for the weekend. So we're recording this a little bit early, so the Sunday night game hasn't yet gone up on Statement Games, and just doing due to scheduling conflicts this week, this is what we're going to be offering up. And it, I'm getting a little frustrated on top of like picking bad with Statement Games. I'm getting frustrated with Connecticut because I really want to put some money down on these prop bets and stuff. And today was supposed to be that day. I have it circled in red in my
Yeah.
calendar book, and they just pushed it. It might be early next week when it launches. They said up to 2 weeks possibly, so it's been frustrating. But so like Mark, you're on the road, and are you doing any prop bets? And Will, we already know that you're all in that stuff, so come on, scratch my itch a little bit. What are the games this weekend that you're kind of keying in on?
Well, listen again. One of my things, and we're gonna start with tonight. We're gonna start with tonight. I think that the Rams at Seattle. We both know that The last couple of Thursday night games have been underwhelming with some underwhelming teams, but these two teams come in, they're pretty decent, right, to watch. I mean, you got the Rams coming in at 3-1, and then you got Seattle sitting at 500 at 2-2. But you like both teams. They're not only on the offensive but defensive side. So I know that it's gonna be a game that a lot of people are watching, and I'm looking for some things to happen. The Rams lost to an undefeated Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals are looking for real, man. So I'm looking at other player props over here for not only Stafford to go over his passing yards of 304 yards, but also I'm looking for Cooper Kupp to rebound over an unimpressive game. Now he did have some drops, so he should have had a big game, but he did have some drops. And then listen, guys. I mean, listen. Again, I'm being biased. I wouldn't be biased opinions if I'm not, but they need to get my guy Robert Woods in here. Okay, I got a lot of shares in him on fantasy football, and it seems like every single week I'm missing by a couple of points. And then when I look at my overall team, is Robert Woods. But my guy Sean McVay did assure me, or did assure the world, that he is gonna draw up some plays for Robert Woods. So I'm looking for that. I'm gonna it's a risky bet because he hasn't really done anything throughout the first 4 weeks of the season. But why not start on week 5?
What do you think, Mark?
No, I mean, I got my a couple of different things over here. Where I'm at right now, taking like a little bit of a beating. So obviously, take a good look at the baseball cap over here after this week here or after the show. It will go into a cabinet. It will be suspended for at least 6 or 7 months. So didn't necessarily hit too well on that after coming off a pretty good week of football the previous previous couple of days ago as well. Here in Atlantic City here, I was actually getting, plus 210 on the Cardinals. So, I mean, I was really, looking to potentially hit that one. Of course, Dodgers hit a home run in the bottom of the ninth, lose 3-1 here. So I'm not doing too well with picking games here in Atlantic City. Got a couple of things that I got my eye on heading into Sunday here, but the next thing that I'm looking at, it's kind of like a really outside of football. I mean, there's a big fight this weekend, so I'm really looking forward to the Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury fight number 3, kind of coming up here. Once again here, it looks like it's like plus 190, plus 200 for a bet on Wilder. So I'm going to be riding my guy Wilder, the American, training in Brooklyn for past couple of years. So he's definitely an adoptive New Yorker. So I'm kind of like looking towards that, and really just started doing some research on the NFL games, which we'll talk about in a couple of seconds. Basically, late last night. So I got my eyes on things over here. I will outline or explain my rationale as we start making picks over here. But no, really kind of interested in the Giants-Dallas game.
Nice.
So I'll that for now.
Yeah. Okay. So let's do it. Let's get right into the making picks for the weekend, and here we go. So as it always is, Mark, kick it off.
Yeah, sure. So we'll just go ahead and do that now. Nathan, just real quick, you picked up a couple of blaster boxes, and obviously you kind of broke them on a show over here. So we're not really focusing on a game here, but for the offer this week, anybody who goes 10 for 10 with their picks, Nathan, what was that box that you picked up? Was it a Donruss Panini? I'm sorry,
it was a
Great.
Panini Prestige.
Panini Prestige. How many boxes did you want to picking up?
I got 2 of them.
What did that run you?
It was $45 a piece on Amazon.
All right. I will come to anyone who goes 10 for 10 with their picks. I will come to the table with 3 Panini blaster boxes. You have a box right there. I saw you reaching for. Give it a little display right there. There you go. 3 of them. Looks like they're kind of valued at anywhere between $45 to $50, kind of a pop. So it's about $150 value. So the process that you want to go through is either go directly to sportshost.com, click on that Play Daily Fantasy Sports Games, or just go to statementgames.com. It's going to take you right into this environment right here. In order to be eligible for this prize here, you do need to be a subscriber to this YouTube channel, and drop a comment in the comment section below. The comment format that you want to go ahead and follow is 1, state what your username is. and then also state what your top 10 pick is as well. Drop that in the comment section box here. That would automatically enter you into this potential giveaway. And then also keep in mind that this is a free to play game. You do have the opportunity to play as many contested games as you possibly want. However, we're only taking your first entry, so you can play in these games up until kind of like infinity. However, it's just your first entry that we're looking at in order for you to be eligible for this prize over here. So three blaster boxes, and when I kind of take a look at my first pick here, I love whether it's Cowboys, kind of Giants, or even tonight between the Rams and the Seahawks and things like that, divisional games. To me, things like that, you have two teams in which both organizations know the personnel of the other organization extremely well. So I kind of look for inflated spreads or kind of high things. Now I know Dallas is an offensive machine. Giants are starting to move the ball really well. You saw that in their game against Washington. Again, you can saw it last week. But there's just kind of something about these two teams. According to my math here, I know that 7 of the last 10 games between the Cowboys and the Giants here was definitely under 53 points. So given that both organizations know each other well, divisional game, tensions are a little bit kind of higher. It's not like there's that unfamiliarity factor. So I'm playing on that here. So first pick, give me the Giants Cowboy games. I believe it's 52.5 or 53.5. Give me the under 52.5, or give me the under in that game right now, please.
All righty. All right, Will, go for it.
All right. Well, listen. You guys know that I love the over bets. I love the high scoring games. So I'm just gonna stick to what I know. Again,
What you
know,
know,
I
what you
feel
know is crap. What you know.
again, that's what I was alluding to. I feel a lot of pressure, a lot of heat coming in from the other side over here. I mean, if we were in person, the room would be too hot for me to sit in. But I'm still feeling the heat over here on my laptop from Mark over here, my good friend Mark. So we're gonna start off with a winner. Give me Buffalo at Kansas City. Total points over 56.5.
Nice. All right. Okay, so it's on me for 2. I got bit last week a little bit with the Lions. They were trending up to keeping it close, and then all of a sudden they just have a game where they just broke apart. So it's pretty much, that's the slap of the hand to tell me, okay, they are who they say they are, who we say they are. They are shit. Excuse my French, but I am gonna go with I like the Vikings. Oh man, that's a big spread there, 9.5 points. I'm gonna say the Vikings keep it. No, I'd like the total points to be under 49.5. I think that this is going to be a low scoring game, mainly because Minnesota is going to be able to get up early and keep their foot on the Lions' throat, Jared Goff's throat, particularly, because I know Daniil Hunter is going to be coming through that line like a wrecking ball. So I'm going with that to kick this off with, and then where are we going with next here? Okay. All right, so New England and Houston. New England in a tough game against the Tampa Bay Bucks with Tom Brady coming in. That game on was that Sunday night? They were able to kind of keep toe to toe with a decent defense and a very good Tom Brady, even though it was raining and everything. And that's a very low score total, 39.5 points. With Houston's god awful defense and generally not very good on offense either, though they can move the ball down the field. I'm going to take the over on that for this weekend. Will, back to you.
All right, so staying true to form. Again, going with the best picks. Mark has me in my bag. right now, just doing this research, making sure that I'm looking at everything, looking at all my resources and tools, and be the professional person that I am in picking these games and doing my props. So I feel very, very, very sure in this one. Right here, these are two teams that could just pretty much light it up. Their defense leaves some things to be desired. So I like Philadelphia at Carolina over 45.5 points.
Cool, I like that.
All right. All right, Mark. Two for you.
All right. So I mean, again, in this particular environment, it was only 6 out of like the last 10. But same thing was like talking about before, familiarity factor, and a lot of hype around the Cowboys now. Everybody thinks they're the greatest freaking offense since I don't know what the greatest show on turf days with like the Rams and odds-on favorite to be the Super Bowl representatives of like the NFC and things like that here. And I understand that they took it to like the Eagles a couple of weeks ago in a prime time game here, but Eagles turned the ball over a couple different times. Um, Daniel Jones has looked good for the Giants. Haven't turned the ball over as much. Don't think the Dallas defense is anything to write home about, although they've been extremely optimistic or opportunistic. So I just think 7.5 is too. It's too much. So give me the Dallas Cowboys will not win by 7.5 points.
All right. And what's that second one?
The second one is look. I just look. I understood that they got off like a hot start here, and they just played better than some kind of at the time crappy teams here. But like I'm not big on Denver. I'm not sold on Teddy Bridgewater. I love the Steelers. How everyone's coming down on them. Ben Roethlisberger now needs to retire. So and look, this is a big game for them. They're playing kind of at home. They don't want to fall behind those other divisional opponents. Out of the gate. So time is now for them, and I'm looking for them to bounce back here. Give me the Steelers plus 1.5.
All right, that's a good one. I like that one. What do you got, Will?
Well, listen, this team right here is the last undefeated team in the NFL. The Arizona Cardinals. They're going
Of course,
up
you're gonna take
against.
mine.
They're going up against San Fran and Trey Lance. Trey Lance is a good story, but he's only a good story in fantasy. And this game is a truly real football, real world football. So I don't think that they have a chance, and I think that this line is entirely too low. So if you're going to give it to me, I'm going to take it. You like it, I love it. I'm going to go with Arizona will win by over 4.5 points.
Will,
Nice.
Good job, buddy.
Listen, just trying to just trying to get into winning form here, Mark. Trying to be on the up and up with my co-host. Trying
Good
to be on the
job.
up and up. So I gotta bring some winners over here. And let my guy Nate catch up as well. So.
Oh yeah. All right. So you did. I was zeroing in on that one, but I think you kind of moved me towards my second best, which looking at the Tennessee Titans game with Jacksonville, Jacksonville has not been looking good, but Tennessee has, and that line of 4.5 points I think is pretty low in here. So I'm going to take the Tennessee Titans to win by over 4.5 points. I think that's nothing's a given. But if Jacksonville can get over the Titans, then that's a good team. Like I don't think it's going to happen. They're going to get their win soon, but I don't think it's going to be there. And a touchdown is pretty easy, for 4.5 points. So yeah, there it is. So let me. All right. So with that, we have. We just played in contest 1 of the Pro Football Pick'em for the week 5 games, and just know that if you join contest 1 and you see SG Live, that you're playing against us, myself, Will, and Mark, and we're on a bounce back. We are going to win this week, and we're gonna go 10 for 10 with our picks because that's we're professionals here. But just know that Mark's come to the table with a really great offer, some blaster packs. If you to get into some NFL football cards and all that kind of, and so just make sure that you're doing, what is it, Mark, that they have to do to qualify?
Obviously, join the contest. You have to be a subscriber to this channel. In the comment section, drop what your username is, or what your playing kind of handle is, as well as your number 10 pick.
There it is. Awesome. So with that, make sure you're following on all social medias, Statement Games, as well as subscribe to the channel, Statement Games Inc. And of course, play statementgames.com, or on your iPhone or Android device, download the app. So until next week, guys, let's do this. We're gonna win this week. We got to hit one.
Nate, we have no choice. I mean, we have no choice. You said it very nice. Obviously you're playing good cop, and Marcus is coming with the heat. So I felt it. But I feel confident in my 3 picks, and I'm hopefully, I'm looking up next week at 3-0 before we get back on. So hoping for the best, guys. Enjoy this weekend's game. It's going to be some good ones. Start with tonight, the Rams visiting the Seattle Seahawks. Let's go.
Let's go.